Virgo. What's going on? Welcome back to Virgo Goddess Intuitions. I hope that you all are doing super well today. We're going to tap into these energies. Let's tap in and see what is going on. All right. So I just want to say welcome all you. If you're returning, if you're just finding this channel, it's by no coincidence. This is a Virgo energy channel. Okay, so I do go into the Virgo signs and the energy as it pertains to the daily energies. Okay, planet alignments, moon alignments. I am an intuitive reader. So whatever comes through, whatever spirit wants me to talk about, I kind of like to freestyle it, okay, over here for the most part, unless there is something very specific, like a message for you guys. So I appreciate all of you who are here, taking the time out to be with me over here. And so let's get started, okay? So here we go. All right now, so I've called in the appropriate guidance and protections for this read. So let's tap in. All right, so there's a lot happening at this time for you, Virgo. But there is there's very much like a main message. Okay, but before I get into the main message, what it is for you, I just want to go over a few things that's happening and how this is affecting or could be affecting you at this time. So we're currently in this planetary alignment of the Sun, Jupiter opposing and Mars, Jupiter opposing. So that in itself is just like, that's just speaking to there just being a lot of friction and tension in the overall energy. And what I'm kind of picking up is like there's a lot falling in place for you, Virgo. There's a lot being exposed. And I don't even think like being that natural like hermit type of energy, I'm not really picking up that you really want all the attention on you that the sun is bringing at this time. And yeah, there are some conflicts, right? So for whoever you are, I did see the star card for you, and I also saw it was a star card, and it was the Page of Swords. So there was there's a lot of eyes on you at this time, okay? And the eyes that I'm feeling that are on you, they kind of don't want to see you or see what they're seeing, okay? I think this Mars energy, they're in conflict with the fortune that they're feeling off of what they're seeing with you, for whoever you are, okay? So yeah, discipline is really needed, especially since the sun is in Capricorn right now. It can cause a lot of upheaval for someone at this time if they're not grounded and centered in their emotions. So other than that, it's kind of like, you're probably doing some pretty big things, Virgo, but you're very much planned and strategized in the way that you're deciding to move at this time. So there's a lot happening for you in the area of prosperity and manifestation, but there is a certain amount of attention, and maybe it's not like you are flashy or anything like that, but you can't hide the frequency of what it is, okay? And this is not to guilt you, Virgo, about your taste and your style, because Virgo, we know you got some taste and we know you got some style, okay? So this has nothing to do with that, but everything to do with this energy that is surrounding you. All right, so give me a second, Virgo. I'm gathering everything. So this is more or less like as it's pertaining to, we are in the current last quarter moon in Libra. So it's about releasing a lot of control and taking the things that you've learned and really putting them into practical application at this time, even though you may feel like people are prying and need to mind their business. Okay. But yeah, aside from what people may be trying to see or what they're not seeing or what people are doing in your energy, with the moon in this waning phase, it's kind of like, for you personally, if something just seems too rigid for what it is that you are doing right now, if you're working on a project, if making plans with somebody to go somewhere or go and do something, it could be something that simple. Take the simplest example, right? Right now, doing things that are within certain confinements may not be working for you at this time, just with the way that the planets are aligned, and this energy is kind of like, part of you having these boundaries is having your own mind and flexibility to be able to exercise your discernment at any given point in time. So rigid plans, especially if they're rigid plans that are not made by you, yeah, you may have to find a little bit more of the total opposite in some situations, right? And if you're not able to find that soft space within something that's trying to be extra confined or extra hard, then you're gonna probably have to like not commit to whatever it is, or not go along with it, or not sign on, or whatever like that. But I'm feeling like that there's a lot of that's happening, because it does feel like there's some opposing energy that's really trying to guide you out of your flow. All right, and you'll know when this is happening because you'll be confused. You'll be like, huh? Things just won't things will just stop making sense. And when you've got to ask too many questions and you're not getting any answers, Virgo, I'm feeling like that's when you make your exit, right? In whatever it is. So that's something to definitely look out for in the energies for today. And I would say moving into tomorrow as well. So there's a lot of that, and yeah, just be aware of like your stress levels as well. Okay. So just know that yeah, I'm feeling like there's almost like this for whoever you are, there's like this thought pattern that I'm picking up on, like everyone around you, maybe family, they seem like they've gone through the impossible to make things happen, and definitely not to dismiss or not give the credit where the credit is due. Spirit is saying it's more or less like what they did or whatever they went through and did it for you. not necessarily for you to have to take the same hard road that they took, okay? Because they already did that. And, it's kind of like a message that I've been getting from my ancestors as well. Like, the new implements that you are making, the way you are refining certain things, like they're cool with that. At least my ancestors are like, it's kind of like it's like everything is connected and coming together. So no one is really put in a position to kind of like take you off of the course in which you're moving in, right? So, people want to make things difficult. They want to make things hard. And even in them making things hard, you get to choose whether or not you're gonna still co-sign on making things difficult for yourself, or if you are going to effectively get things done in the way that allows more creative flow. Or even if it's not creative flow, even if you're just doing something that's very mundane and it's not very creative, in a certain amount of specific energy, you can get more done in this energy. And someone wants to pull you out of this energy, or there's an energy that wants to kind of I can't find the word, but it's like wants to conflict with this energy, right? Well, we can pull and see like where this is coming from, but that's one thing. All right, so there's a lot happening with communications, where it pertains to your relationships, romantic partnerships. All right, we may be able to get into that too. All right, but it's all about your soul's purpose right now, okay? And it's not about doing more, but it's about doing less with deeper meaning. Okay, doing less with deeper meaning. All right, so, maybe you're able to, everybody's a little different, right? But maybe this year, you weren't able to get the gifts, and, people may have birthdays in January. Happy birthday to all you Capricorns, right? I know this is a Virgo channel, but we show everybody love here. So you may opt to not go out to eat. You may opt to cook a meal for someone you care about who's having a birthday, and you may be able to do so much more. And the food tastes so much better than it would have tasted at a restaurant. Or it's just an example I'm giving, right? So you don't have to make all these elaborate plans, but you may still be able to have a very nice elaborate evening at home, right? So yeah, something like that with a deeper meaning, giving something a deeper meaning and doing less. All right, so the cosmos is asking you to let go of the perfection, all right, and not cling too tightly to old things, especially if they're draining. All right, so you are refining the things that you do. All right, yeah, you can't rain all the time. So for whoever I'm speaking to, the first card out is the 8 of Swords, where I'm feeling like you may feel like you are trapped in something. So this message may be for you today. All right, you may be overly rigid in a way of thinking. All right, so you may need to make some small easements, some adjustments to whatever this is. All right. So there's something where you need to like redirect your energy. All right. Redirecting your energy. Yeah, because now we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so that you are victorious. All right. And you are being recognized for your achievement. You have many achievements. All right. And I think that's what people are seeing with this Jupiter energy. It's like you can't hide this Jupiter Leo fiery energy. You may be overthinking this, and it may have you in this Eight of Swords energy where you're just feeling like you just feel trapped in your accomplishments, I'm hearing, or achievements, trapped in your achievements. All right. All right. So there may be something that you're doing, that bears a huge responsibility. All right. There's something that you're doing that bears a huge responsibility with the Ten of Wands here. Okay. Or you feel like it is your duty to hold something together. All right. So let's see what else we have. It looks like you emotionally, you want to walk away. You want to leave a situation. All right. But it looks and it feels like you're making a choice right now on whether or not you're going to balance it out with the Two of Pentacles. All right. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. But let's see. So we have Emperor. All right. Yeah. You could be a man, masculine energy. All right. Or you could just be very much in this fiery Mars masculine energy and you're a woman. But I'm gonna say this is a masculine. Yeah, somebody's watching you, Virgo, for whoever you are. You're in this, it's like they're steady watching and you're steady being responsible. Okay, you're steadily holding up your duty responsibilities. You're very concentrated, and what you're doing is hard work. Okay, might I add. And maybe that's why there's a lot coming up about the less resistance with the stress, that part. Okay, so yeah. There may be something about the way that you're expressing something too, because vibe and tone, you may have to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone or your partner. Okay, and you may have to really hear your tonality and how you speak. All right, because the energy you project is going to make it easier for someone to hear you. If you keep that in mind without being defensive, if you want to be heard, but somebody's watching. All right. And it could be a child watching. All right. They're steady watching you, but I am seeing domestic harmony here. All right. A peaceful coexistence. And I'm also seeing this Nine of Pentacles here, where Virgo, you're showing up in a very beautiful way. So yeah, you could be like this really beautiful feminine Virgo, but you're coming in like this you got this powerful energy behind you, or you can be a man, a very beautiful man. Okay, take it how it resonates. But the Nine of Pentacles is like you're being rewarded for whatever this is, for your efforts, because you do hold everything up, right? So be easy on yourself, all right? And how you're going to be producing or what you're going to be doing moving forward. right? Because I feel like that's where this Eight of Swords energy is coming out from. All right, so yeah, don't gamble or rush financial decisions. All right, something about making informed decisions. Making only informed decisions, and that's why you're in this. That's why somebody's watching you, because you just really are like you're the topic or whatever topic. Maybe it has something to do with finances. You really know your stuff, right? So somebody wants to know something. But getting back to your cosmic alignment, and it's like focusing your energy where the impact and inner peace are going to come together for you at this time. All right. So where there's peace, there's going to be a lot of flow of abundance. All right. And we have the Four of Wands here. Yeah, just a lot of balance. You may be coming into reunion with some people that you've lost contact with. It's going to be all good. Very dignified energy I'm picking up. All right, for whoever you are, Virgo. And yeah, so letting go of the perfection is really what's going to ease the tension with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, because we have the Page of Cups here and the Star. So it's like, you know, the future is bright, but you've got like this emotional freshness that's going to come through with that ease. That's going to give you a lot of positivity and creativity. All right. Yeah, a lot of solar plexus energy coming through for something that you are working on. 414 on the time. See? And what do we have on the counter? 2217, 2217, 414 on the clock. All right. So make peace. It's kind of like, it feels like when you start to release this feeling of being trapped, I guess, in responsibilities, you can make peace. So for whoever you are, all right, let's clarify what this Eight of Swords is. What's the Eight of Swords? All right, so we have the Two of Wands, expecting something. All right, expecting some news or planning something. All right, or making a decision. All right, which could be like a financial decision. So you have done the research, or you're doing the research to make an informed decision. Somebody does not want you to make an informed decision. Again, with this Mars energy. So that may have a lot to do with what's happening today with the Jupiter, Mars opposition, right? Mars, Jupiter, and Sun, Jupiter. It's like you are probably stalling on making a decision because you are trying to gather up all the information that you could possibly gather so you can have the clarity to make a decision. All right. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles here. Exactly. So that's pretty much what it is. Don't let somebody rush you into making a decision. Okay. Yeah. And it really seems like you pull back, or you're going to need to pull back so that you're not feeling trapped. All right. And so that you're able to focus your attention or focus your energy with impact. That's the part that's going to be the most sufficient. All right. That's going to have the best impact on the situation, but provide you the most inner peace. Okay, so it's like that inner peace is trumping all right, and I'm really feeling that's why this energy is being protected, divinely protected, because of the levels of peace and the frequency of peace. Virgo, you're coming out in your reading. So you're definitely not hiding. You're in the Sun Jupiter energy, but there's a lot happening. And you just put your mind at ease is what the message is what I'm getting. Yeah, so you could be clearing out space, decluttering at this time. All right. All right, I'm seeing a lot of acceleration for you in making this decision. We're gonna take one more from the tarot, and then I'm gonna move along to another deck. Whatever this is, it looks like it turned in the reverse. Oh, it did. And you know what it is? The Five of Swords is in the reverse. Okay, so somebody was trying to make a no for you. They were lying, not telling the truth, trying to create some mental conflict. All right, that'll be a no. All right, trying to make you look less appealing. That'll be a no. All right. Not only that, you're moving on. You're letting go of past resentments, and you're solution oriented. All right. So that's a lot of what's coming through in this energy too. All right, about just letting a lot of past stagnant, stale energy just go, right? So that's a lot of what's happening for you, Virgo, at this time. All right, we got those Five of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords. And Virgo, I'm just not really feeling like this is your energy. I think you being as organized, being a working parent, and you probably have a beautiful home and partner, but you're very direct. So, I mean, this water and earth energy has somebody having a mental breakdown, all right, for the conflict that they wanted to cause you. I know I said I was going to take one more. We are going to move on. All right, but we do have the Hierophant. And the Five of Wands. And are we surprised with the King of Swords, the mental clarity, and the loss and the grief at the top of the deck? All right, somebody is in loss and in grief. That's where all this conflict is coming from. It really feels like they want to deflect this onto you, and it's and then they're trying to combine some kind of a like religious belief, or they want you to say something that they want you to say. So, whoever this is, this could have something to do with spirituality. You could have some kind of a employment or job working with spiritual people or religious people, okay, the clergy or something of that sort, okay? But I don't know, this conflict is here. I want to clarify this. Are we going to clarify the Hierophant and the Five of Swords? Because somebody's having some conflict, all right? And they may be having conflict with their religious beliefs. It may not actually be a group of people that have conflict or coming towards you with tension, but perhaps something somebody wanted you to do was going to have you in conflict with whatever your beliefs are, okay, is what I'm getting with the King of Swords, all right, because you have high standards, all right, and they got problems, relationship problems, okay, and I have a Tower here too. So, yeah, there is a painful loss of something, all right. I kind of want to see what this is. What is the painful loss? All right, I'm using another deck now. What is the painful loss? A marriage. All right, so somebody feels lost. All right, they're confused about a marriage, and I'm not sure what that has to do with you. We have the Queen and both the King of Pentacles came out in your reading, Virgo. So past life connection. Somebody may want to reunite with you or your partner because they feel like there's a past life connection, but they're lost. All right, because your connection is unbreakable, is what I'm getting. Or your connection to source or your ancestors. Yes, trust your intuition. So it's one of those. Okay, somebody is really in their emotions. All right, look deep into the depths of your emotions. All right, barrier. So somebody feels like, they've created an emotional barrier for themselves. Or they wanted you to stay in this Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. All right, and again, we have recognition here. The universe will help you recognize the signs and the miracles. All right, and we have 1111. All right, so 1111 is an important twin flame, important number for twin flame, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. So I feel like this is the balance and the harmony that you have with the Ten of Cups here. Domestic harmony. And somebody's a weirdo in your energy, Virgo. Okay, they're watching. All right, your partner could be an earth sign as well. Could be two earth signs together. All right, I've been getting a lot of messages lately where Spirit is like, there are a lot of single people out here that are really cold, hating on people that are in relationships, committed relationships, and marriages. Covertly, they want these type of relationships, but they're not honest and they have no integrity. And they will go as far as to make it seem like there's like some married couples honking them. Yeah, make it make sense. And I'm not, look, I know there's some unfaithful people out there, but what Spirit is telling me to tell you, Virgo, if you're in a relationship, you're just gonna have to curb all of that. Like, don't sit there and listen to that evil. Yeah, and if you're single, don't sit there and let people poison you against relationships or being single, or however it fits. All right, don't drink the poison. Everybody's situation is different. There's always somebody that wants to, improvise on your situation. So we have inner mental conflict. Okay, somebody's having some inner mental conflict. All right, an emotional fallout, a conspiracy. So somebody was trying to get you caught up in a conspiracy, and that's what this Five of Swords in the reverse was and is. All right, yeah, energy, time invested with the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody invested a lot of time and energy in trying to have you in some inner mental conflict. Mental trap, self-made. So, all right, somebody may be feeling trapped with this Eight of Swords here. This Eight of Swords here may not be your energy at all. All right, conserve, hold on. So yeah, you're holding back. You've pulled back. You've walked away. If this was a friendship or relationship, whoever this is, they're not in your circle. They're not in your bubble. All right, not willing to better a situation. All right, so you conserve your energy and you moved on because they were not willing to better a situation. All right, and so all of this is your everything being in harmony for you is a quick backfire for whoever this is. And we have two cards that fell out. Connected liar, no truth. Okay, And that was the betrayal. All right. Somebody's betrayed because they're a convicted liar with no truth. And you're receiving divine clarity. Truth is clear with the Ace of Swords here. We did see the King of Swords. All right, so this, I don't know, whatever energy somebody was putting out, Father of Lies, loss of mental balance, like it's not going well for them, for whoever this is, Virgo. All right, so we're just gonna move on. All right, I don't want to get too much into that. All right. All right, so let's just get you a rune, and then we're going to get your closing message. All right, so we got 2 for you. All right, we got Bunjo, which is joy, Leo energy. There's a lot of creative energy coming in. All right, and we also have Fihu, possessions. Okay, so yeah, this is giving that Taurus, definitely Taurus, material and spiritual wealth. All right, because you are living a courageous, honorable life. All right, and you're being initiated into the flow of fundamental cosmic force, or it's the initiation of flow, fundamental cosmic force that's happening right now in your energy, or the energy that is available for you. All right, the ability to gather luck. All right, to wield wisdom, wield your wisdom. All right, and there's a price to pay. This could also mean that, you know, somebody is paying a price right now for some actions that they have taken in order to separate you from your divine abundance. Okay, so Virgo, let's get you a message. What Spirit wants you to do right now. It's like you're being rewarded because you have completely let this go. All right. So you have step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Okay. Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. All right. And maybe refining something is that new thing. Okay, and practice Feng Shui. Create a sacred space for yourself. And stop judging and start loving. Okay, so maybe you've been very harshly critical on yourself. And Spirit is saying stop judging yourself and start being more loving. Okay, and let's get one more. All right, so we have the 2 of Swords here. It says every day is a good day when you paint. All right, so regardless of the ups and downs, the planetary alignments, as long as you are actively creating or going through the emotions and understanding and making the connections, all right, so that you can recognize that there's many angles and facets to a lot of what has been transpiring, which I feel like you're picking that up with this last quarter moon in Leo. I mean, not in Leo, in Libra. Like you're seeing all the signs and all the different moving parts in a situation. And that's why you've decided to conserve your energy and move on. And you're being completely rewarded for that. So Virgo, that's your reading. And until next time, peace out.